Guys, and welcome to a quick video on a tip. I'm just going to share a tip today on a thing I think is extremely important to talk about when trading, and that is drawdowns, losses, and how to treat trades going bad for you, how to reduce the stress, and how to have a little bit healthier kind of a relationship with the trading. So today I took a short. I entered early here with 10% margin to get exposure, and I entered the full risk up here with one of the trades, and the other trade was entry on 350, so it's a little bit worse trade with the stop loss a little bit higher, so the risk reward was nothing to brag about for sure. So this was a few of the trades, and when talking about fees and everything, a lot of the trade here was in drawdown. Not as much in this one, but still in drawdown many times. Here. And to be honest, the trade was really irritating. The trade was clearly not dumping in my favor, was clearly holding extremely well. You can see we can't break lows. Forming a low here, can't sweep it, can't sweep it, and can't sweep it. This tells me one thing. I'm maybe not completely wrong placed and trade, but at the same time I'm clearly not in the best trade ever, because it near takes me out and near takes me out again. So you really get tested on your discipline right there. So my thing is, when I'm taking a trade that clearly doesn't do extremely well, I set a plan on where to close it, I set a plan on where to do with stop loss, and I follow that plan. And if it does hurt, for sure it does. But the more of today's video and story is that if you are in drawdown and the trade is stressing you out, you can't sleep in a pretty much late night, you can't go to dinner with your family because you're stressing out, you can't go out at the, you can't go out on the evening with the friends because you're struggling, you're near getting liquidated, you're high risk, you're too much leverage, please dare to take a loss. You're not a bad person because you take a loss. You're not a bad trader because you take a loss. It happens to me, it happens to you, it happens to all of us. And please just have a risk management system. I advise max 1% of a day trade of your trading account. But it's not a joke, because it can really hurt you mentally. And today's trade, I set a plan on closing in 290, at least taking out the whole risk. And you may say, why? That was early. You know what? The trade was stressing me out. It wasn't my best trade, not at all. And I would much rather take a trade tomorrow. I'm gladly had a long trade from previous today that I took some profits on and may be happy, but the short trade wasn't the best trade in the world. I didn't take profits here, but I had a plan a little bit lower. Happens to me, happens to you, happens to probably all of us. But the moral of the story is, you're not a bad trader just because you took a loss today. I take losses. I have getting liquidated before. For sure I have. I've lost money I couldn't lose. But I have learned from it. But I still take losses. It's a part of the game. And if a trade is really stressing you out, please just know that it's okay to close it before. You don't have to take the full stop loss. You don't have to take a liquidation if you don't want. You can close it and move on with your life. But please don't do this as a general thing that you close every trade in drawdown. That's not the point. But it's the few percent of the trades just before you're going to sleep, you can't sleep, stressing you out, your heart is beating like crazy. You may be over-risked. You may have too much leverage. Why not reduce the risk and do it properly? And learn from the mistake. Read it on the paper. Read it many times. Take a picture of it. Remember it. Think about it. Make a plan how to improve next time. But don't be so hard on yourself. I know how it is. Trading is brutal. It's not an easy job. I have been a full-time trader for 2 years. I can tell you right now, it's not easy. But it's not impossible. But you have to be kind to yourself and know that a loss is a part of the game. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please take care of yourself. Use good waste management, and see you on a new video.